What's up? Welcome back to this week's edition of One Match, One Moment, One Promo with me, Darkstar Shady of the Main Event Wrestling Network. I'm super excited for this week. If you guys don't know what this show is, you haven't been tuned in, but it's where I pick my favorite match, moment, and promo of the SmackDown before the weekend and the Raw after. I do have to say, this week has probably been the best SmackDown we've gotten in a while. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched this week's shows with my friend on Discord, who is more of an AEW and New Japan guy, and he really loved the shows. We had a lot of fun. He enjoyed it. He had to say, you know what, props to WWE. This was enjoyable. And let's get into it. So this week for the match, I had to go with Sol Ruca and her mystery partner Io Sky versus Roxanne and Raquel of the Judgment Day. Thought it was a great match. Obviously, Io is the greatest professional wrestler on the planet. She knocks it out of the park every time. But this is also Sol Ruca's best showing. She did great. She was sticking it up there with some of the best women on the roster. She hit her best soul snatcher that she has as well. She did great. They did great. I do have to complain that Roxanne is just the pin eater of the Judgment Day, and I would like to see her get something going for her at some point, please. But that's not part of that. Fantastic in-ring match. This week's moment, how do you give it to anything other than SmackDown with Alexa Bliss's return? And not only did she come back, but she brought Tatum Paxley with her. Tater finally debuted on the main roster. She's up there with one of her biggest inspirations, Alexa Bliss. She's with Charlotte Flair, and she did great in her debut. I'm super excited to see where she goes. I love Tater. We all love Tater here. Super excited for that. I did like Charlotte's little moment of like pulling her away so that she could be the one next to Alexa. Charlotte's getting a little possessive. I do want to see if that plays into anything down the road. And then that brings us to the promo of the week, which I have to give to Solo Sikoa. Solo Dolo. He is so funny. He's got to be the funniest guy on the roster. He is fantastic. He brought up some great points about how Jay has just kind of fallen from where he was, from world champion to Roman's lackey. And who didn't love that moment where he turned from that warning shot to check on the people behind him and make sure that they were okay before he hit his own little pew. That was great. That was funny. Fantastic week of wrestling, but I do have to go into my honorable mention / complaint area, and my biggest complaint was Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee. Those two had a great match. Dominic Mysterio looked good in the match, and then they ruined it. They gave the match to Dragon Lee when Dominic Mysterio is the king of the luchadors. He is the greatest Mysterio of all time. He is the AAA Mega Champion. He is a world champion, and he is dropping matches to Timu Rey Mysterio because, of course, Rey Mysterio was backstage with them, staring up 3 feet higher than him at Dom, and because Dragon Lee's in that little orbit, they get what they want, and Dominic gets terrible booking despite being way better than what they do with him. They need to fix that. Other than that, I do have to complain that Chelsea dropped her first match. Granted, it was tag team, but she lost in her first match as WWE Women's Champion, and unfortunately she was injured. It's just the name of the game. Unfortunate accident. All that aside, I love Fatal Influence. I know they need to be protected. They need to be built up as a dominant faction. But you can't have your women's champion lose her first match when she comes out with her title. That was obscene. That was ridiculous. I can't believe that happened. On a more positive, Stephanie Vaquer and Becky Lynch. Those two are both going after Liv, but Becky thinks that Stephanie should stick to just Liv and not the title, because that title is where Becky belongs. I'm so glad to see the Women's World Championship finally getting a story and getting multiple people involved. Really excited to see where that goes, and when Stephanie and Becky faced off at the end there, that's going to be such a good feud. I'm so excited. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your favorite parts were, and I'll get back to you guys next week.